Hello, hi, how are you? I hope you are good like always. First of all, I should show you the temperature because it's very sunny today and you can see the combination of and sun. As you can see, it's quite sunny and the sky is cloudy, but it's fine. So it's a good day, I guess. Every day is a good, in my opinion. And first of all, I should tell that I didn't expect that I would come this early, as just yesterday I had made a video about the review of Origin of Species, and I clearly accept that I couldn't cover all the major points that are there in the book, and whatever the points that I covered, it was not at great length. But I hope you would excuse me seeing the level and the content of that book, where every single line is an important fact, and it was, almost not feasible for me to cover all the topics in complete detail. But whatever the concepts that I tried to cover, those were the main concepts like natural selection, transitional forms, varieties, subspecies, and like inheritance. So these are the main concepts in this book on which the whole book revolves and all the chapters are based. So story revolves around this, and by these concepts, and moreover on these concepts, Charles Darwin has worked intensively. So I was thinking that in my further videos, I will try to take one concept at a time and make a video on it. In that way, I will go in much deeper details than covering so many topics in just one video, which is a really humongous task for me. So in my next videos, I will try to take one concept at a time. I will devote as much energy as possible, and along with that I will put my inputs as well, and then I think it will make sense and I will be able to justify the concept and the theory as well. So today I am here because in the morning I just finished one more book, and the topic of this book will seem funny to you because it's very mundane, but I thought it was very necessary to go deeper into details about this important concept on which our whole life revolves, and mostly we are with those people all our lives. So the book is How to Be a Friend, an Ancient Guide to True Friendship by Marcus Tullius Cicero. It's not a new book. This book is almost more than 2000 years old. And an interesting thing about this book is that on the left hand side it's Latin, the original version, and on the right hand side it's the translation of the Latin version. Translation is in English, of course, and this book is also not very long. One can read it in just one sitting. Moreover, the vocabulary of this book is not that complex. It's very easy and very smooth writing, and there are plenty of information concerning true friendship and what to do as a friend and what to avoid in a friendship. So Cicero used a character named Lysias and his two sons-in-laws. Uh, I forgot the names of those characters because those are Roman names, and I would try to avoid mentioning those Roman names because there are so many different names like Africanus, Phineas. These names are difficult, but we won't indulge in that thing much. But we need to remember only one thing, that is Lysias, which is who is the protagonist of this book, and through this character, Cicero presents his ideas about the friendship. So, before the beginning of this book, Cicero has recently lost his true friend Africanus, one more Roman name. So, he is in pain, but he says that, and his concepts are really very interesting. He starts with saying that although he is in great pain, but he won't allow his sorrow to overwhelm himself, because he believes that by doing so he doesn't prove that he loves his friend, but it shows that he loves himself more if he indulge in uh, the overwhelm of sorrows. So he presents ideas on many different topics, like first of all on criticism. And he says that in friendship, criticism is normal, but the tone of criticism should be very graceful and it should be very refined. And one should criticize one's friend when it is required and needful. And one should consider the tone as well, as one can offend his friend. And he has focused on, most importantly, on virtue, which is the moral excellence quality that one should have, and honor and respect in friendship. And he says that in friendship, one should not do deeds which are shameful or seems illegal, because in friendship this is not possible, and friendship is based on true and honest value and the goodness of each other. And one should avoid flattery as well. Flattery is like false praise and overwhelming praise again and again unnecessarily, and one should avoid this thing as well, because flattery is not helpful. Moreover, it is fatal or harmful in friendship. So these are the concepts. And one more interesting thing he says about the friendship is that friendship is required in all the circumstances, and one should endeavor to have a good friend in life, because everyone needs a friend, whether a democrat or a tyrant. Nobody can live without a friend, and choosing a friend is very important. And one should be very careful uh, before loving a friend. One should judge before loving someone, rather than loving and then later on judging, because the later approach is harmful, I would say. So there are more concepts like this about friendships and virtues, which are presented in this book. And I would say that this book one can use more as a reference guide, especially for the person who has recently lost a true friend, or the person who wants to reinforce his friendship. And this book will be very helpful in my opinion. I think the heating system, and excuse me, I think there is some constant resonance in the background of my video, and it is because of the heating system, so forgive me for that. So yeah, this is the book that's completely based on the concept of friendship and what one should do and one should avoid in friendship. And Cicero, like his approach or his suggestions, I wonder are seriously applicable on 21st century as well. And most of the concepts that we use in friendship, I think, are completely from his book. And it is one of the rarest books on this topic, and it is an easy read. And I think anyone, especially in my opinion, that's my personal opinion, that one who is younger and like one who has just attained adulthood or manhood, he or she should go for this book as early as possible, because it will be helpful throughout the life in choosing friends or building friendships. Yeah, uh, this is a good read. I enjoyed it, and it was very fast reading, and I couldn't put it down because it was so smooth. And let me see. And yeah, and there was one more concept, that is discord. Like, one should avoid indulging in discord friendships which are not based on strong foundations, and it ends in discord, and which further results in slander, accusation, and bitterness. It should be avoided at all cost. And suppose it's mentioned in the book, like if two friends and there is discord between them, and one is accusing the other, and he is, slandering the image of other person, the other person who is a true friend should not say anything in this matter. He just should have to remain silent and not at all to say anything. And this is a good approach, I would say, because of my personal experience in this matter. And yeah, and that's all I think for this video. And I hope you will find this reading worthy. And have a good day till we see you next time.